Well, here I am again. Follow-up trip. Less than a week after returning from Yellowstone and the Tetons, I'm heading to the Palouse of Washington. I just hope that this is not what I'm going to run into when I get to the Palouse area. So this is not, we're not there yet, but I just got to show you the background. Look at all this yellow and stuff here. It's just amazing. I just saw a billboard that on July 23rd, and I didn't see somewhere a casino around here, but Casey and the Sunshine Band is playing at a casino here somewhere. Okay, I'm coming up on another billboard. Probably won't be able to see it. Coming up July 23rd, Casey and the Sunshine Band at Clearwater River Casino and Lodge. Holy cow. So if you're, like I said, if you're a fan, there you go. Okay, arrived in Pullman. We've still got a few hours until sunset. It's gray and cloudy and drizzly, but you know, a lot can change in a couple hours. Okay, I'm checking into my room in Pullman at the, what is this place? The Coast Hilltop Inn. Actually a nice place. King size bed. I mean, I actually planned, it's a long story behind this, but I planned on a cheaper place and ended up here, which is okay. Cost me more than I wanted to spend, but it's nice. Happy to have a nice room. Hot tub and pool, so I might take advantage of that. This is kind of a little bit what nightmares are made of. So, or at least I've had nightmares of this driving off the edge. So this is Steptoe Butte, and it's basically a one-lane road that's not maintained in the winter. And if you drive off the edge, you're dead. And there's no, guardrails or anything. They're just you go flying. You do a Thelma and Louise type trick if you go out over the edge here. So yeah, you know, my my fear would be either that I'm looking at something interesting and not paying attention to the road, or maybe looking at my camera as I'm talking to my vlog and going over the edge of the road, or somebody comes charging down and smashes into me and knocks me over. So I don't know, I guess little over paranoid, but it's a long ways down. Okay, at Steptoe Butte, you can kind of see down there. Looks like a little bit hard to tell, but very cool view. Unfortunately, it's still raining and gray, so I don't know. I can't get the shadows and highlights and things like that I'd like to be able to get. Got a little bit of sunlight on the horizon there, but not enough to kick over really to create any shadows, and I don't know if that's going to happen. We've got a little over an hour, and I'm hoping that if the break in the clouds stay there, we'll still have that side lighting. So I'm going to take some pictures anyhow, just as kind of cool up here. We'll see what happens. Okay, day two. It's a little after 3 a.m. Sunrise is at 5 a.m. Weather forecast, according to AccuWeather, it's 41% chance of rain right now. By 5 a.m. it drops, I think, down to about 20%. And then, it's going to be rainy all day. Kind of the same old. So, don't know if we'll get light again today. Didn't get the light I wanted last night. I don't think it's going to be a very good morning light, but I guess like anybody else, if you traveled all the way here to get photos, you're gonna show up. That's what you came out here for. Well, here we are, Sunday morning. Nice morning, just not much light. I don't think there's gonna be any light on top of the ridges here. So I decided to switch to my cell phone instead of the GoPro, just because I can zoom in and have a little bit more control. So I'm going to see how beautiful it is in the rolling hills. So you can see the definition and colors and stuff in here. It's pretty impressive. Beautiful morning. Beautiful flowers. I mean, look at that right there. Perfect picture. All right, well, I hate to leave Steptoe Butte. I want to maybe check back. It's sunset, and of course it's sunrise again the next couple of days, but I think I need to move on. This landscape's going to change, but everything's changing, so... Yep, I'm going to head to Palouse Falls. Figure out what's next. It's getting really cloudy out there, which, like I said, is pretty, but it's hard to get any more of the shots that I think I want. Okay, I'm at Palouse Falls now, so just parked. I'm gonna hike the 20-mile trail. No, I'm just kidding. It's probably a quarter-mile trail. I'm trying to shoot a Palouse Falls photo. I don't want to get too close. Ground breaks away. So I'm trying to get as close as I can safely. Oh, right about here. Holy smokes. Look at that. So I will not get too close to the edge. I don't want my daughter to be an orphan. People have died here, they said. So this looks like a good spot. I'm gonna set down my gear and shoot from here. Okay, didn't used to have a fear of heights. Maybe a little bit, but I think more so since Chris has passed away. I think it's just because all of a sudden death is real. I mean, you think, it's not going to happen to me, and then you lose somebody you love. And so, like I said, I don't want my kids to be orphans, you know, at a relatively young age. And so I'm trying to be more careful, and all of a sudden I have a fear because it's like, you know, it really can happen. You really can fall off the edge. People die. So here it is right there. It's weird how it kind of zooms in and zooms out. Trying to show off. There's a waterfall behind me. I'm not near the edge, so I'm okay. Stepping back here on it. Okay, so here it is here, and look, you know, that's the edge. That's where you can fall off. And like I said, I'm not getting too close to the edge here. But look at that. That's straight down. I don't know how many, you know, I don't know, 700 feet, 800 feet, something like that. Okay, got this situated. So we got another view, and even more interesting. That's how, again, close to the edge, drop off. Got my arm sticking out. It's not me. Let me go to a wide angle mode here. There we go. But look at that, how gorgeous it is. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful colors. A lot of flowing water. Great perspective. So I went home and showered and charged my batteries, and took about a half-hour nap just because didn't get much sleep last night, and I'm come back out to shoot, and boy, it is cold out here because it's windy. So we got windy and gray and rainy, so it'll be fun shooting today. So I'm just out following dirt roads, but the skies look great. There's some cool lighting. It stopped raining for a little bit, so I'm hoping that I can get some shots without getting wet. Okay, Memorial Day morning. I'm walking down the hall, gonna get some breakfast. First time I meet breakfast here. Slept in past sunrise because I knew it was gonna be just gray and rainy, drizzly. No, there is no sunrise. So I figured I might as well have the free breakfast. May head up, I think, to Spokane just because I want to check it out, see if there's anything interesting to shoot up there. Plus, it gives me an opportunity to head north of Pullman to see through Colfax areas what interesting things there might be to photograph this morning. Well, I'm the only one apparently having breakfast on Memorial Day morning. It's empty in here. You can see what I mean by looking outside. It's just gray, and you can't probably tell from the windows, but they're all covered with rain. Drizzly. It's been
how it's been.
So here I am on Highway 195 heading north. You can see it's coming down. So driving now 195, I see this barn out in the field, and so I pull off on a road and to take a picture. There's two other photographers out there. I don't know if they know each other or not, but taking pictures of the barn. So the guy says, yeah, I found this one on the internet. Like, I just found it driving by. I had no idea. And he got some windmills behind him when he head down the road. And there's a moose in the background. So that's the barn there. So I turn this a little bit more. That's the barn there. I want to try to get another angle here in just a second. But like I said, there's a moose in the background, long ways away. Even with my telephoto.
Continue on Oakdale Road for 1.5 miles.
Even with my telephoto, I can't really zoom in on it, but barn shot's pretty cool. Windmills on a muddy road. May have to kick this thing into locked 4-wheel drive. I am sliding a little bit again. Do not want to get stuck here, but according to Google, and Google has led me wrong before, this is the way to Highway 195 again. Burr. Just went out and took some pictures. Thermometer says it's 43, but it's breezy and it's cold. And I have gloves, but I didn't put them on. Had to pull up my hoodie. Very chilly out, still gray and cloudy. But there's just so much to see and photograph around here. Just following these dirt roads and you know, back roads, and just outside of Spokane, just a few minutes away. I'm in Spokane, I guess downtown, in a place called River Walk, I think it's called. Anyhow, just looks like it might be a museum of natural history or something. I think around here there's something way up there. It's got a big O on it. I don't know what it stands for. Being that Memorial Day at Spokane Arena, there's like a flag raising or something going on across the street here. Military. Honor of those who passed away. Thankful for the service. My dad spent 20 years in the Army. I grew up in that, so very grateful. Okay, I just drove to a place called Manitou Park. At least on the Google search, said it's a nice park, a lot of, you know, pretty vegetation, stuff like that. Figured what the heck, I'd give it a shot. Place is relatively crowded with people, hard to find a parking space. I'm sure it's because of the Memorial Day weekend. Okay, well, I'm at Red Lobster for lunch. It's Memorial Day. Thought I'd eat something good. Hungry. And I haven't had a lobster in a long, long time. Decades. Fried lobster tail, I think it's been. And normally be barbecuing right now with the family. I feel bad that I'm not there, but figured I normally I'd have a steak or maybe a burger or something with barbecue, but I'm going to have something I haven't had in a long time, and just it's a treat for me. So I'm looking forward to eating some lobster. Okay, Tuesday morning, 3:52 a.m. My weather app says it's clear outside, 41 degrees, a little bit of breezy. This is the final morning, but if it says clear outside, this might be it. It's the last day, last chance. We'll see what happens. Okay, it's 1 hour till sunrise. It's roughly 30-40 minutes to the top of Steptoe Butte, so I'm cutting it close. Had a rough night. Boy, really liked the room, but the bed is hard. So tossed and turned, rough night, did not sleep well. I can actually see there's already a little bit of pre-dawn light an hour early here, and I can see that it's not clear. There's clouds out. But, you know, hopefully it's enough clouds that give it sunlight color. but thin enough that light comes through to cast across the landscape. So that's really the key ingredient that I'm looking for. Okay, I'm just heading out of Colfax, which is the town right before we get to Steptoe Butte, and it's like almost a fog. It's amazing how the weather can be so different from place to place. So I got a little bit of color this morning coming through. Let me show you what's going on. So you can see some color out there. May not have light coming through the clouds, but at least it's showing up in the sky. Well, it's breezy out. Cold. It's freezing actually up on top of the Steptoe Butte, but got light last morning here. Got light. Show you a little bit here. See, look at this. I mean, just gorgeous. Hard to tell obviously in shots like this here, but we do have daylight out, so we've got those highlights and shadows going. Well, glasses are fogged. I shot an hour after sunrise, continued to shoot. It's 6 o'clock here right now. Cold and windy. I think I got some good shots. Turn on a little bit of heat. I think the sun's high enough now that it's time to move on. So it's interesting. I don't know why, but for some reason, I've had really a lack of energy on this trip. I started off good, and then I lost a lot of energy. And I'll be honest with you, it might be a little bit of a depression. You know, missing Chris. It's been a rough month. And even though she couldn't go on photo trips with me with her back problems, often I would get away with her and she'd hang out in the hotel or do something in town. You know, we'd have dinner and breakfast and lunch, and I'd be, well, maybe not breakfast because I'd be out shooting. I'd be shooting the golden hours and at night, and then spending time with her. And so anytime I go on a trip, I think I have a lot of free time in my head to think about Chris and how much I miss her. It's just so painful still. So I don't know if that was a problem. But anyhow, I had a lack of energy many times on this trip, but not always. And today, maybe it's a matter I'm hyped up on sugar from, I just ate almost a half a box of fudge stripe cookies, and I've drank, just finishing up a Rockstar, got a couple of sips left, and good shooting and the cold weather. So I'm not really sure if it's a combination of those things or one of those things, but got a lot of energy right now, and so I'm happy about that. Hopefully I can keep this energy level up through the day, not only to stay awake for the 10 to 12 hour drive home, but also to get some shooting in, and also because I feel better when I have the energy up. And so I don't know how many will watch Seinfeld, but there's an episode where George Costanza hits a bird, might have been a pigeon or something. He says, we had a deal. And so that just happened to me. So I'm going speed limit, come around a corner, and there's a small flock of dove on the road, and I didn't have time to stop or anything, and they flew up, and I ran over one, and another one bounced off the front of the car. The sound of the crunch and the thud was sickening. And I after I hit him, I'm driving off thinking, we had a deal. Anyhow, if you don't watch Seinfeld, you know what I'm talking about. Of course, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm back in Idaho, but beautiful day. It's the nicest day I've had on this trip. It came in gray and rainy, stayed gray and rainy. Now it's beautiful as I'm leaving. It's almost like, hey, Mike's leaving, so time to turn on the sunshine and the heat and the beauty. Here we go again. Them yeller plants. Okay, got to stop here for a second. Okay, got to check this out here. Okay, this is it's a B&B, so a bed and breakfast, dog style. Doors on there. That's a porch. Stairs that go up. It's dogs. So this is on 95 in Idaho. I don't know the name of the town, but anyhow, pretty interesting. Gonna eat lunch at a place called The Stop, getting what's called a Wampus Burger. It's a dual patty with a slice of ham, and got good reviews on Google. I'm hungry. It's about another, I don't know, 3 hours or so till home, and it's almost 5 o'clock, so I'm hungry. I've only eaten snacks all day. So we'll see how this tastes. I'm excited. On 84 in Idaho, about 115 miles from Ogden, and look at those dark clouds on the horizon, heading right into a storm. I said right when we get up to the crest here, we'd be hitting into the rain, and that's exactly what's happening here. Yeah, it's coming down pretty hard right now. I don't know if you can hear it. I love the sound of rain though. So just a tip, one of the things that I do whenever I'm on a road trip, I try to download my memory cards to my laptop every night when I get back so I can format the cards and start fresh. And then I have an external hard drive and an external SSD drive. So basically I've got 3 places that I'm putting the photos, and I try to make sure that I put these photos to all 3 places every night. My laptop stays in the hotel. My SSD drive I put in my camera bag, and my portable hard drive I leave in the car. Well, for some reason somebody breaks in my hotel room and steals my laptop. I've got 2 more backups of it. If for some reason my camera bag also gets stolen, the car gets stolen. So I've got double redundancy basically in my backups. If I have my 3 separate locations, they're divided up. They're not all kept together, other than like right now when I'm driving the car. Really don't have much choice. If something happens while I'm out shooting, I have backups in other places. Like I said, that's typically how I do it. And maybe it's something that would work for you as well. Okay, I'm about to cross over into Utah. In fact, the sign's coming up now, crossover. And here we go into Utah. Yay. Okay, so the reason I pulled it up now is that we leave Idaho. I have to share a joke that always reminds me of Idaho. So the Potato Head family is sitting around the dinner table having dinner. So Mom and Dad Potato Head and the 3 Potato Head daughters. And as they're eating and having conversation, the oldest Potato Head daughter says, "Mom, Dad, I have some news to share with you." "What is it, honey?" She says, I'm getting married." Like, "Oh my goodness, you're getting married. How wonderful. Who are you getting married to?" She says, "I'm marrying an Idaho spud." Oh, and the mom says, "That's a wonderful tater, darling. Just a marvelous tater. We're so happy and proud of you. That's very exciting news." So they continue eating. And the second daughter pipes up and says, "Well, I guess I might as well share my news now as well." I said, "More news? What's your news, honey?" The second daughter says, "I'm also getting married." Says, "What? 2 marriages? 2 of her daughters getting married?" Says Mother Potato Head. "Who are you marrying?" And the second daughter says, "I'm marrying a russet." "Oh," says the Mother Potato, "that's a wonderful tater, darling. Wonderful tater. So happy for you." So they go back to eating, smiles on their faces, and pretty soon the youngest daughter pipes up and says, "Mom, Dad?" Says, No. you're too young. He says, yes, it's true, Mom and Dad. I am also getting married. He says, but didn't even know you were seeing anybody. You know, who in the world are you dating? And the youngest daughter pipes up and says, I'm marrying Lester Holt. The mother says, from NBC Nightly News? The youngest daughter says, yes, I'm getting married to Lester Holt. And the mother says, oh, but darling, he's a commentator. Okay, we're in Ogden city limits, just about 15 minutes away from my home. So I figured I'd wrap this up. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Thank you for watching. You know, keep in mind that this is, by the time I post this, I think it'll only be my third video. So I know that the filming is crude, the editing is crude, my facial expressions are crude. So bear with me as I get this figured out, but you can definitely help me out, make this YouTube channel maybe grow, and so I'll have incentive to make everything better. If you could click the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell as well, or make comments on my videos also. Thanks again, and we'll see you in my next adventure.